Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tigers' return team will have that offense backed up. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Running back searching for a hole. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
He's going to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week. To step up and play well, they immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mind.
Got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The throw to the outside is complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Keeps looking downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
That's caught. It's Harvard. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They go to the draw. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You get 5 sacks in a game the way this defense did last week, and it's going to make your offensive coordinator second-guess himself a little bit with respect to protections. I'm not sure how confident this offense is early in the game because they've already given up a sack.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete to the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grab near the marker. It's Harbor. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just make
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
He'll pitch it. And he's knocked down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Pulls it in. It's Stevens. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with their defenses.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Right down the gut of the field. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense takes matters into their own hands. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. Here's this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title as true?
Throws toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the pitch. At midfield, he's got room. Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. At the 45 on its way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Third and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Hey, making the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Looking for a crease. It's Lindsey. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. It's first down from the 37-yard line. They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion on the out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He'll just keep slinging it. He looks that one in nicely. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it first and 10 from the 13. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll set up to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tiger!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the pitch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the option. The pitch. At the 35, he's got room. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here comes the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Using the quick game. Across the 25, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by 9 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And the returner is stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Tigers want to move quickly. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting 1st downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well, and they've got a dude in the backfield.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Big 1st down sack for the defense brings up 2nd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down. And how loud is does it in this building. This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
The give to the single back. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Auburn, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Working that left side now. Touchdown Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He wants to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Pass interference. Defense.
Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? He's looking to throw it. Lets it go. Wide open downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Obliterates him, still on the move. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field.
There he goes to the right. The 30, the 20. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Barges ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Corners are going to bail. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the